Go.
Hello, programmers, and today I'm here with Ernest, and we I'll read the following read the following summary and go over the Python file. In this chapter, we you learned what are and how to work with the individual items in a list. You learned how to define a list and to how to add and remove sort list permanently temporarily for display purposes. You also learned how to find the length of a list and how to avoid indexes. In chapter 4, you'll learn how to work with items lists by looping through each item using just a few lines of code. You'll be able to work efficiently and even work just a list containing thousands or millions of items.
Okay. So
So,
I
so
can
let
go. I can go through the first code.
me go back to full screen for this one. So this is the variable. This is the this is Python code as we can see it's .python py, and this is the variable a that contains a list and item and each item contains a is 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 a piece of string, single quotation mark string with a comma after each tr- item, and then we have the message which has a that's
It's
not
an if.
considered a
No, it's an F string.
with an F string and a double quotation mark string with the message my first bicycle was, and then it has in curly brackets it has bicycle. Sorry, my mouse is quite strange.
Okay.
Bicycles. Then it has bicycles, and then it has in brackets zero number, and it has
Zero
dot
zero.
title. Now the dot title prints it out, and then it has dot title and quotation mark, and now it has curve brackets. It's that will where it will be. This makes sure this is the processing the output, and then we have the print, which is a function, and the message, which is a variable, in curve brackets, which this whole thing makes sure that the list is printed out with the following F string message. My first bicycle was, and then it would print out this. Now let's check at the results.
It's bicycles. Bicycles. So just click just in your arrow, tap an up, and then put it as backspace with it. Yes.
There's the problem. See, oh yeah, this is the generator. Sorry, this is the generator. This is the generator. This is a list, a name generator.
Can I
This
help
was
you
a
with
name
that?
generator, and then this is the name. This is the this is a list, a name generating list, a list that generates names, and each one is a string, a group of individuals, grouped strings that are individual, and it will result. It can have four results. When the message prints, it can have four results. My first bicycle was my first bicycle was a Trek, a Cannondale, or Red Line or type that could be in this position here. And then it would this is the function which uses the variable in curve brackets, and the variable in curve brackets then prints this message here, and it randomly selects one of these.
Okay. But let me just correct you there. It doesn't randomly um pick, because you see where we have the variable message and we have that f string on line 2. So it says my first bicycle was, then it says it this f string, it
Oh,
helps to concact. So
and then it has the
yes,
specific number
with an
which
index, with an
which
index
would
of 0.
which this is zero, which this is which this zero is basically the
It's
numerical
the
value of
location.
this.
It's the location
It's the location
in the
of
list. Yes.
the list, and this is its numerical location, which then it would result in here. So this is so no, I was wrong. This is the controller. This is the controlling variable. This is the controlling
So sorry.
variable.
So for example, if we were to change that 0 and put an out
One.
a 1,
And
maybe
if we were
3.
to put it one, it would be this.
Yes.
Two and
Yes.
three. This is 0, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. So basically that was, yeah, that's that.
That's that.
Okay. Let me do cause.py.
Okay, just quickly.
Okay. So here we have cause.py. We have a variable called cause, which has an array, or in this case, as a list of BMW, Audi, Toyota, Subaru, and we have a print statement that goes and prints out cars, and we know that cars has its is a list or an array, and then we also have a print statement that says sorted cars, and this is temporarily, so this will not if affect the the s- the arrangement of this. It will only arrange it when we call this. So it will print it, and when we call cars again, it will come back like this. But in line 5, we have in line 5, let me show you, because now line 5 changed. Okay, I'll run the code, because now line 5 cars dot sort, this changes it permanently. When we print cars now in line 6, we will find out that it is now sorted in alphabetical order. And actually, let me just run this file so I can cars. Okay, so this is what I was saying. Our first print statement goes and print cars the way it is. So BMW, Audi, Toyota, Subaru, and then line 3 prints cars sorted alphabetically. So we can now see that Audi starts while in the first one, BMW had started and Toyota is now last. And then also in line 5, this was a temporarily sort, and line 5 is a permanent sort. And we also have this method of reverse. So if I run this code, we can now see in our third, one, two, three, in our fourth, one, two, three, four, in our fourth print statement, we can see now it's in reverse. We can see here Audi started. Now in the fourth print statement, we see Toyota, Subaru, BMW, Audi. So reverses the list, and our last print statement has print lean cars. So basically this find the length of our list. So it finds that how many items are in our list. One, two, three, four. So that's what appears here in our terminal, 4, because we asked it to print the length of our list. So yeah, that was my our code cars.py. I hope that was clear, James.
Okay, so now would be, okay, motorcycles. And then we have motorcycles. We see it's motorcycles.py, which shows it's a Python and a file. And then we have the variable, the function, a function here. Then we have a string here, another variable. Then we have a variable and this part here is a variable, and we can clearly see then we can clearly see this is the F string here. We can clearly see it's F string here, and it's enclosed in curve brackets, and then we can see the variables within curly brackets, and we have then we can clearly see that it is a title, that it is a method. This part here is a method, and we can clearly see that the method has 2 curly brackets next to it, which probably would be where the input would be. Then we have the motorcycles in curved brackets, and which is a variable, and this is a variable. That's a function. This is a variable. This is a method, and this is also a variable. And this is a function, and it's in cube brackets, in block shaped brackets, and each one is a string of, and it's a list of items. Let me quickly run it to see what's going on. Okay.
James.
Prints out the same list, but it removes the Ducati,
Bugatti.
Bugatti. It clearly removes the Bugatti from the list of this piece of, and this is a piece of text, a list that's a piece of text. This also a piece of a list that's a piece, this that was printed into a piece of text from the code to the terminal. And it was clearly printed on the terminal, as we can see, and I removed the Bugatti from the list and the second print. And then it has the print, this third print, which basically is, as I explained, the F string. And then it has this part here. This part here is basically where it basically, because this was removed from the list, it basically would basically give the third in the third print because it's removed from the second print. The third print basically it says the following, would print out the into the terminal. A Bugatti is too expensive. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, can I quickly just run over the code last time and then we close the...
Yes.
Okay. Um, Motorcycles. So we have the variable which contains
I think I did notice. Oh, I don't think I have a complete motorcycle.
no, it's fine, it's okay. Uh, also, if you also look at my what you call it, bicycles, it's a bit different from yours, but it's okay. It's one and the same thing. So
Is
motorcycles,
it?
we have or we have motorcycles, a variable equals to this list containing Hyundai, Yamaha, Suzuki, Bugatti, and then we have our first print statement that goes and print this list. And then we have a method called append. Append adds to the list. So if we say motorcycle.append BMW, this will automatically go and add BMW to our list. And then we also have motorcycle dot insect. This is another method that goes and insects um, in our list with location. So remember that we had started. We said to find a location in our list or a value in our list. We say start from 0, 1, 2, 3. So here it has 2. So we have 0, 1, 2. Wherever there's Suzuki, we'll insert Merc. So when we print this our print statement, we would have Merc in where Suzuki is. It will not delete it, rather it will shift it. And then we have delete motorcycles and with an index of 2, so it removes with location. So this print statement will print out motorcycle the without the value in position 2. And then we have um, a value of, we have another variable, we created another variable called popped motorcycle, and we equate it to motorcycle.pop, and then we print popped motorcycle. Let me run this file so we can see all the functions or all our commands. So we can see here that from our second print statement, BMW has been added. In our third one, where there was Suzuki, Merc was added there, and then with the delete with the delete method, we deleted Merc again from the list, and then here with the popped motorcycle, we have BMW. So this goes and gets the last. It gets the last value in our list, and we have a new variable called too expensive, which is equal to Bugatti, and then we have a method called remove. So this removes from our list. So we'll say this goes and detects too expensive from our list, and we know too expensive is called Bugatti. So if there's Bugatti in our list, it goes and removes that and prints it. So that's how Bugatti gets removed in our list. And then we also have a last print statement that has an if string, that concocts this variable with this sentence. So we would have too expensive dot title, so it will capitalize the first word in our word here, and it will print out it was a Bugatti is too expensive for me, which is basically what it did here. A Bugatti is too expensive for me, and basically that was our chapter 3 from Python. It showed us how to manipulate lists, add and remove, and yeah, that's it from us. Thanks for watching.